An exciting time in anybody's career.
Yeah, I think absolutely. Whenever you look at the start of a new season, irrespective of what the previous year's been, there's always a sense of excitement about it. There's always a sense of kind of optimism, a sense of actually a chance to turn a new page and a new chapter. So you're seeing these young lads come into professional football for the very first time, full time. They're a wee bit starry-eyed initially and a little bit overwhelmed because they're 15, 16-year-olds who have come straight out of the back of not just a normal GCSE year, but this unprecedented 2020 we've had so far. So great to see them back out here, great just to be on the grass, actually getting back towards some kind of football.
You can be the best footballer in the world, but it's all about hunger and desire as well.
Yeah, there's loads they've got to learn, and the first years will go through so many ups and downs through that process. They might get highlights early, they might feature, they might get lucky enough to train with the 13, train with the 21s group. They might not, and there's going to be so many ups and downs that they're going to go through. Like I said, they just got to keep pushing themselves as early as they can, and lucky enough they're obviously back in now. A lot of work done behind the scenes in terms of the situation we're in to get them in, and the sessions are as they should be. That they're quite slow in terms of non-contact and those things that are going through, and obviously for the beyond the first years, the second years we'll be back in when we can get them back in, and the 21s like so, and we hope to push on as best as we can. We're going to try and push them through the academy groups earlier, and hopefully we can support the first team in any way we can in that 21s group by helping them in training with numbers. If there's pre-season games when they come up and they want bodies, our job just to make sure they're ready for that opportunity.
For some of our boys, they've had 140 days out of the building, and so that brings with it a huge challenge, firstly in terms of the mental well-being side of things, and making sure that we help these young men readjust to the society and to the world, as we all have to, as we get back to some kind of normality, but at the same time also helping them make that transition into what is a men's working environment, and actually helping them make that first step.
We've said this before, you walk in, you've got the badge on your shirt, you haven't made it as a footballer by a long chalk.
Absolutely, you're not a professional football player. You're not a professional football player at this football club until you've played 30, 40 games in our first team. That's the reality of it. What these young men are the next wave of men who are training to try and be professional football players. They are apprentices at the moment. So whilst we live in a culture whereby people want to accelerate things quickly and they want to kind of crown the next big thing, the reality is that development is a long-term process, and these are young men who have been in our programme for a few years part-time and are now taking that next step, along with 3 lads who have come from elsewhere. So yeah, absolutely, really exciting time to be back in it. Lots of excitement for the staff. Still a challenge, lots of staff on furlough still, and lots of challenges that go with the current situations, but yeah, really excited to be back in the building.